because I'm with you through thick and thin. Whatever trouble you are in, I don't care whatever you do. Just know that I love you. Oh, oh, I love you.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Smokin Joe Show. This is Season 3, Episode 10. Holy cow, time flies. And whether you're having fun or not, just keep speeding along. I like to think we have a lot of fun here. Today on the show, we have Mama T of People Brothers Band. We have a long history of playing together, playing the same things, being around. I've enjoyed her and her entire group for a really, really long time. I'm excited to talk about all the things that have been happening musically. And, you know, we even started talking about it before the show. Sometimes I avoid talking about what we're going to talk about later before the show, but it was nice. It was nice to say, hey. Let's see. Last week we had Mrs. Pinky and the Great Fox, and I can tell you as a fun little snippet, a precursor to my announcement in just a few minutes, Mrs. Pinky and the Great Fox will be playing a set for us at Galactic Get Down Virtual. That's right, GGDV, and V stands for virtual, and it's the 5th time we have done this event. Talk about what I've been up to. Well, today I got outside. I went fishing with Dead Larry. It is our drummer Schwa's birthday today, so he had the day off work and we went fishing. We caught bluegill that were about this big, and you could literally just like hold. There were just tons of them by the shore, and it was very easy. And I wouldn't call it real fishing, but we had a really good time hanging out. So that's about what I've been up to, you know, other than just, you know, helping carry the weight of the world like everybody else. While we are here, if you're watching this live on the internet, on Facebook, please smash that share button. Please share, because the more people that are in the chat, I can say hi. Like, I can just go to the chat right here and be like, hey, I see that Katrina's watching. Hi, Katrina. I can see that Steve is watching and Shelly's watching. I can say hi to them in live real time. But if you're watching this in the future on YouTube, because, you know, you can watch these in the future on the Smokin Joe YouTube channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, where I will post the week's episode, as well as Joe videos from Live Stream Cover Challenge, as well as random videos I decide to make whilst in quarantine. A big shout out to our sponsor, Shadow Wick Creations. Awesome candles from right here in Minnesota. Exclusive monthly Galactic Get Down candle collection. Each month features 3 unique candles inspired by Galactic Get Down. You buy a candle and show your support for the festival. For more information on the Galactic Get Down candle collection and all the great products from Shadow Wick, check out their Etsy page at etsy.com/shop/ShadowWickCreations. Speaking of sponsorship opportunities, we have a big event coming up, but not only that, we have regular opportunities to get your name in front of viewers during our live stream events and shows. Here is my little spiel about it. Contact us now if you'd like to advertise your brand or company on the Galactic Get Down live stream. Vicarious Visions and the Smokin Joe Show now have sponsorship opportunities available. If you or someone you know has a business that would like to support the local music scene through our unique brand of programming, contact Vicarious Visions on Facebook today. With several productions like the Smokin Joe Show, Realm Dome Familia, and live concert series regularly, including Galactic Get Down V, Vicarious Visions has unique opportunities for you to show your commitment to the local music and arts community. That is right. And a big shout out, big thank you to my patrons, my supporters on my Patreon, whether you're a $5 subscriber or a $25 subscriber, or no one's a $500 a month subscriber. I'd have to come up with some crazy content for that, but I appreciate you all very, very much. You know, you're helping me eat, buy groceries, you know, treat my wife something nice, you know, some nice chocolate or flowers, whatever. I really appreciate all of you subscribing to me. If you'd like to join in on all the fun and all the behind the scenes and exclusive content that I've provided to the Patreon, check out patreon.com/SmokinJoeMusic. Well, that's a nice intro, and without further ado, we will get right into the Weekend Get Down, brought to you by Kind Jam from Minnesota. Keeping tabs on everything going on the weekend. We're gonna stay up late. We're gonna hit the town. You dig? Pick your booty up. Oh yeah. And shake it all around. It's the Weekend Get Down. There's a fun fact about that people watching the show don't know, and I'm not going to reveal it now, but I'm going to tell our guest on the break because it seems silly if you're in the Zoom chat. But never mind. This week/weekend, Friday, Keg and Case is at it again. One of the only places to see live music on like a nice stage level is out at the Fandango Summer Outdoor Music Series at Keg and Case Market over in St. Paul. You can head to Keg and Case every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. this summer for a socially distanced live music series. Fandango Summer presented by Forest to Fork and No Bull Presents. If No Bull sounds familiar, also the folks behind the Hook and Ladder Theater in Minneapolis. Listen to live outdoor music as you enjoy tasty food, craft beer, and your favorite Keg and Case vendors popped up throughout our expansive, physically distanced patio and park. This exciting lineup welcomes a diverse group of local musicians to our Fandango Summer. This Friday, featuring Red Eye Ruby. One of the musicians in Red Eye Ruby, Kat, was on the show. Was that just last week, John? Week before last. See, I have a memory. Saturday, the Roots Rock and Deep Blues Virtual Music Festival, provided by Hookstream. That's right. The Current City Pages Summit Brewing and No Bull present Roots Rock and Deep Blues Virtual Fest Hookstream, featuring the Shackletons, Mary Cutrufello Band, and Cornbread Harris, and plus vintage festival footage from the past. Saturday, July 18th, live stream from the Hook and Ladder Theater. Festival goes from 5 to 10 p.m. Tickets are $10. There's a link in the Facebook event to grab your tickets. This is a fundraiser for the Hook and Ladder Theater and their Roots Rock and Deep Blues Festival. If you don't know, the Hook and Ladder Theater shared a parking lot with the 3rd Precinct in Minneapolis. And for those of you who don't know even further, the 3rd Precinct was burnt down during the protests and the riots that followed the protests. It was a very powerful moment, and we are all very thankful that the Hook and Ladder is still standing. So supporting those folks is a no-brainer. Also happening Saturday, Funkin' Spuds. Oh my goodness, Funkin' Spuds has their virtual album release balcony show. That's right, they're playing a show from their balcony. Saturday at 7 p.m., they're doing a live stream. You can join Funkin' Spuds, the Immaculate Beings, and Christian Rasmussen in celebrating the arrival of Funkin' Spuds' debut album, Harmonize, available on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Tidal. Is someone calling? I have to ignore. Pardon me, everyone. And celebrating the arrival of Funkin' Spuds' debut album, Harmonize, available on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Tidal, YouTube, and many more on July 17th, 2020. These performances will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube, but there is the option to attend in a socially distanced fashion at 1042 15th Avenue in Minneapolis, where 3 groups will be performing off of the balcony. You know, that sounds super fun. We will be accepting donations for a few different causes, including rebuilding of Lake Street, Powderhorn Park Sanctuary, Michael Thompson's release from prison, and 826 MSP's tutoring and creative writing programs. Couldn't love this anymore. Funkin' Spuds virtual album release balcony show. And of course, coming to you every Sunday from the internet and from Driftwood Char Bar, Grateful Sunday number 474, Shotgun Ragtime Band and Super Duty. That's right, Minnesota Dead Freaks are uniting wherever they are, whoever they are, however they are getting together at Driftwood Char Bar or online on their live stream with Shotgun Ragtime Band and Super Duty. Starts at 5 p.m. A Shotgun Ragtime Band hits at 7 p.m. Reservations are required to be inside. You can reserve a spot online for a table of 246, and the patios are open and they do not require a reservation. Okay, but drum roll. I know we're a little behind. Things have been crazy here. Things have been crazy everywhere, but we do have a lineup announcement, the big lineup announcement for the Galactic Get Down GGDV, the Galactic Get Down Virtual Festival. And I will now list all of the bands that we have playing. Ta-da! All right, if you don't want to squint, if you're watching on your phone or if you're watching on your big screen, I'll just read them to you. We have Dead Larry, Elephant Wrecking Bot, Mike Dillon. That's right, Mike Dillon is coming to play with us. Iron Star, Space Monkey Mafia, Momentary Lapse of Floyd, May Simpson Music, Druzy Rose, Chachuba. John, which one is it? Chachuba. I said it right first, right? God, I shouldn't have second guessed myself. Chachuba. It's been practice for me. String Dingers, Carnage the Executioner, Flow State, Mrs. Pinky and the Great Fox, Space Monster, The Immaculate Beings, Max Graham and the Fam, Splimit, Irie Minds, Bob Pat Band, Renegade, Seiple, The Floating Perspectives, Honey Dick, Icky Boy, Desperate Electric, Zontelli's Room, 35 Dive, Illicit Energy, The Get Together, Lackey Doley, all the way from Australia, Starsky Cartmail, all the way from Scotland, then a live Smokin Joe Show to kick everything off, and there's lots more announcements to come. So for those of you who have been waiting for an announcement, there it is. There you have it. That is the announcement. After this show, I will be updating the Facebook event and the website around tomorrow, and everything will be big push tonight and tomorrow. So for you big fans, I will have images for you to promote. Moving right along. I guess the only thing left for the weekend get down is a big shout out, as always, to Live Stream Cover Challenge. It is a little group I started during the beginning of quarantine and beginning of COVID times in America, and it blew up. It's sitting at about 34,000 members right now. Basically, the idea is everybody live streams a bunch of cover songs that have been challenged upon them. So challenge an artist to play a song. That artist has 24 hours to learn the song. Once the artist learns the song, you go live in the group to perform and then challenge another artist. This idea really hit at the beginning of times. Musicians really need something to do with our hands, so we did a lot of cover challenges. I also have a website now up and running, livestreamcoverchallenge.com, where you can buy yourself some merchandise, check out some featured videos, and make sure to check out the Facebook group. And if you're feeling like playing some music with us, do not hesitate. Professionals and amateurs alike, everyone go live in Live Stream Cover Challenge. So that's about it. Our first video of the day is from Live Stream Cover Challenge. Here's a cover by one of the first stars of Live Stream Cover Challenge, Shari Sarazin, and her cover of Pink Floyd's Comfortably Numb. Check it out.
Hi, everybody. Thought I'd try the Pink Floyd challenge. So this is what I got. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks for all the support. This is really a fantastic group. So here goes. There'll be no more, but you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain you are receiving. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You're only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. Can I put my finger on it now? The child is grown, the dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb. See you next time.
And we're live. We are back. That was Sherry Sarazin. I've never really actually had to say her name out loud to her because we've talked on nothing but the internet because of COVID. So we've never actually met. But enough about that. We have Mama T in the house. Mama T, hello.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Oh, we're doing well, about as well as you can be. It's been a crazy year. It's just over half done. It's pretty incredible, the amount of things that have happened. But, you know,
Indeed.
onward we go. Before we get too heavy into all the stuff, we do like to break the ice with a game. We have an old tried and true game, Good Eye is the name of this game, name of the game that we're playing today. And for those of you watching who have never seen Good Eye before, we have a picture of a famous individual, whether it's nonfiction or fiction or whatever, and we reveal only their eyes. And we have our guest, and I don't know, am I playing today, John? Nope. Okay, so we have our guest. Guess just based on the eyes whether this person is decidedly a good person or decidedly a bad person.
So nervous. Okay, let's do it.
Yep. And yep. Then we can count points, but nothing really matters. Sort of like, wait, don't tell me. Just a
What
good
do I win? Tell me what I win.
good way to see if we can judge. You know, it's like, you know, they say you can judge people by their eyes, and you know, I've found that when I play this game, that's not necessarily true, but we'll do it. So let's see our first eyes.
Okay, let's.
Ooh,
I don't see them.
you don't see them? Here,
No,
like maybe. Do you see? What do
I
you
see a Joe. I see Joe.
See just
I
me?
see
Okay.
you.
If you're on
Yeah.
your phone, you might have to like swipe to see more screens, and there'll be eyes.
I do. Need.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see it.
Those are the eyes. You don't have to worry about watching me. I'm not doing anything.
That looks like. It's hard to see because I'm on these little itty bitty boxes, but that looks like it's probably a good person.
Do you want to take a guess who you think it might be?
No, because I will just guess. But look at me.
That's an added element I didn't expect from the you know, remote guest version. I think I know who it is. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Gracious. Okay, all right. Is this one where we debate whether or not it's a good or
Yeah,
bad?
is he good or bad?
We might find out in November.
What do you think?
I don't
Mama
even
T?
want to think about that.
Do you think do you think he's a good musician? I guess. I think
Okay, I definitely have enjoyed Kanye's music, and what I'll say about him as a person, because I've seen him do interviews and things of that nature. First of all, we always see just only what the media wants us to see. We don't really see, we don't see their true selves just by seeing what we see on TV. What I was saying with his interviews is that man genuinely wants something good to happen in the world. And so whether or not that makes him a good person, all the other extra elements that go along with him and the other things that he's done that are not good don't necessarily make him a bad person, I guess.
Yeah, I've always gotten the vibe like he was eccentric. Like he didn't make a ton of sense to me, but I never got like he was a bad person. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, you know, it's
of course.
And all we have to judge on is like their body of work and then what's reported on them. It's not like I can call them up.
Exactly. All right, this is
I thought that one might inspire some conversation.
Kanye, he's a polarizing guy.
But we will not talk about November. That's something on a whole new level. Okay. Is there really eyes in that little thing?
No, there's no eyes in there. Oh my goodness, there are.
Okay.
Focus. That's some tiny eyes. I think I know who that is, but I don't know if it's just because this is what I've been watching.
It's not really focused, so it's hard to tell. Is it moving on you too?
Oh yeah, I can kind of.
Huh.
Well, you got a 50-50 shot.
It's that E.
Okay, I can kind of see him now.
I can kind of see him. I can't tell. I can't be close enough to his eyes to really tell if he's a good or bad person. Is that a wrestler? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I can place him, but not really.
Is that like, it looks like Captain Sisko to me from Deep Space Nine.
Oh, goodness. There we go.
It's The Rock.
Oh.
Is that, yeah.
I would have said good person.
Yeah,
I'd
say The
if I
Rock's
could
a
have
good
seen his
dude.
eyeballs. Yeah.
Good, look at that. That can't be how. Yeah, that's a weird face too. Like I could tell, we'd know who it was if they had like the classic eyebrow face.
Good person. Is that Bean?
I still can't.
Oh wow! I feel bad. You guys all hate me now, don't you?
Who is that?
I can only see the hairline of the. Oh my god, he's a great person. To be quite honest, I think that's a really good dude.
That's the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, Joe. His name is Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. I thought
Aaron Rodgers. He's a quarterback right now.
Yeah.
That guy looks like he's like from the straight out of the 70s.
I think that was just that stash phase that did one of those numbers, but
I thought like Green Bay Packers like 1978 or something. Well,
I bet he's a super great dude.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I can be a Packers fan. That's cool. I don't. It's like I just I'm an amorphous fan. Anything that my friends are super into, I think is exciting.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Giving the good old side eye.
Yeah, it looks shifty.
I don't know why that word just cracked me up. I think I'm terrible at this game.
It's harder than
I did intentionally pick shifty eyes here.
I think I know who that is. It took me a second though. And then I have no idea whether he's a good or bad guy. If it is who I think it is.
Cannot tell. I feel like the side eye is supposed to throw me off, and I bet you those are good eyes.
All right, is that Elon Musk?
That is Elon Musk.
Now,
I'm like, I don't see. That's gonna.
now is he good or bad? Only time will tell.
I don't know anything about that gentleman, so I have zero.
He's behind the SpaceX program, like the new like space launches and like the satellite link Starlink. He's trying to bring like high speed internet like to everyone in the world through these satellite links. And he's like just the super powerful, smart business scientist. So like I definitely cannot tell. He could be a really good guy for humanity, but he might bring it all to a crashing halt. I don't know.
Shucks.
Yeah, he's very Elon Musk. What a guy! All right, so what do we got? Eyeball wise.
Oh, I feel like it's a cheat because I saw the whole.
Did you see
picture.
it pop up? Okay.
I did.
I still don't know who that
And
is.
I don't know if he's a good or bad guy either.
He's another controversial one. That's Dr. Fauci right now. So I think it depends on which side of the debate on the pandemic you fall upon.
I feel like I've only seen him behind the podium.
Like he's very tired. He looks very tired.
I bet he indeed is.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
No, Jesus, no.
being that tired? That's tough. Oh, who's this guy? I feel like I should know.
I don't know. So the one downfall we're going to have is if it has anything to do with politics or politicians, I will not know anything about that at all.
Yeah, I know more than I did, but I'm not gonna say I'm like an expert by any means. What but what do you think? Good or bad?
I'm in between. Again, they look like a little bit like they could be shifty a little bit.
I feel like I'm not sure who that is, but I feel like bad. Like bad guy.
I feel like they're searching for an answer in something. I don't know.
I feel like he's like avoiding eye contact.
Yeah, like that. Like searching for I don't know if that's good or bad. Who's this guy?
That is
Who's that guy?
Dan Snyder, the owner of the Washington soon-to-be not Redskins.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did they decide what they're going to change their name to, John?
They announced on Monday that they're going to drop the Redskins name and go through a review process for the new name, but they haven't made any sort of indication or announcement on what that new name is going to be yet. So we will see.
Something cool.
Nasty, but nice.
It took long enough. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, and the only reason it's even happening is because the sponsors were pressured into pressuring Washington. So
Yeah.
money talks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's this? It's got nice glasses.
we had a lot of glasses people tonight.
I can't know if it's good or bad, but I look like whatever they're doing right now, it looks like they're about to lie.
Yeah, it looks like a lying politician face.
It just looks like they're like squinting, like they're gonna lie about something.
Oh, now he looks way nicer.
That is
Oh, he's nice. See, that's the hard thing. I think you have to have the whole face.
What is that? Who is that? I don't even know.
that's the Wisconsin governor.
Yeah, he's Evers, and he's a good guy. I would say.
He's good.
I would like to think he's a good guy.
That's good. I mean, at least working hard, trying to do something. That's more than some governors are doing.
All right, last one. Here we go.
I failed terribly at this one so far.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know. There's no, and now, well, like all these goodness and badness are not obvious.
There he is.
What?
I'm trying to get him to focus.
Oh, I can see it on the other screen, and I think I know who.
Oh,
it is.
there he is.
I feel like those eyes look very familiar.
I feel like I know who this is.
I feel like I should know who it is, and I probably would.
I feel like you will. And if I'm right, if I'm not, then I don't know.
Well, if it is who I think it is, then it's very Good Eyes.
Yep, I would say Good Eyes. What do you think it is? I think it's
Yes, that's who I thought it was. Yay! Okay, good. Yeah.
Chris Farley. Yeah, definitely one of the first actors I ever remember seeing in anything.
Kind Eyes.
Chris Farley. There was just a new special on him. I haven't watched it.
Well, I felt terribly at this game. I feel like I need the whole entire face to know whether or not it's good or not.
It's true, you know. And then there's that debate of like what makes someone good anyway.
Yeah, it's a true story.
I'll be honest with you. I'm really chasing the debate, anyways. I just want to hear you guys talk.
He's a debate chaser.
I'm not great at debates. I'm just like, okay, you know what? If we are not going to agree about this, if we're just going to keep arguing, let's just call it a day. Let's just not.
Yeah, I'll debate for a while as long as like it's getting somewhere and there's like some progression. Like, dude, it's the same argument over and over forever. That gets boring. Thanks. Let's move on. So we do have another music video, I believe. I don't know what it is though. What is it, John?
It's Love Electric.
Love Electric. By People Brothers Band.
Yeah, this is from, I think it was like December 29th of 2018 in Madison, I believe.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much for always doing that. You're so awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. And check out People Brothers Band. Love Electric. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I remember.
But I don't think that I can ever say enough that there is nothing more beautiful and powerful in this world than love, with all of its emotion, with everything that has to offer, with all of the different ways that you can feel it. I'm gonna talk to you about it right here. What can make the birds sing out in the trees? What can make a grown man fall down crying on his knees? What can't give a gold defeated heart the strength to carry on and keeps the spirit living long after the body is gone? It's a love electric, and it keeps the world spinning round. It's a love
up for Miss Teresa Marie.
Yeah. Hey, we're back.
Yeah.
We are here. Smokin Joe Show here with Mama T from People Brothers Band. That was them in late 2018, I believe, at the High Noon Saloon in Madison, Wisconsin. So this is the easy part. This is the easy part of the show where I just ask you questions that you're guaranteed to know the answer to.
Okay.
Things like this. So where did you grow up? Tell us about young Mama T. Like what was it like there? And then my favorite question, this kind of always leads into it. Who first got you into, or how did you first start getting into music?
Okay. Well, I think I can start there because it's always the easiest. My parents would have told you, my dad would have told you, and my mom would tell you that I sang before I even talked. I started cooing notes and singing right away. So I very vividly remember giving concerts on the front porch when I was just a little girl with my sister, and for the neighborhood or for just our brother or for whoever would watch. I have literally said since I could formulate that thought that I wanted to touch the world with music, and that's what I was put here for. So that's what I've always done. And I got my upbringing, my start. I was the first baby born in New London, Wisconsin in 1981. And so I grew up in that little town. I did live in Fond du Lac for about on and off 2 years throughout my high school growing up, and that's where my mom and my brother and sister lived. But I primarily grew up in New London with my dad, and loved every bit of growing up in New London, even though I was really confused at times. And there's definitely other stories we can get into, and I've done that before. But New London, Wisconsin was where I grew up, and I'll always be proud to be from there.
Well, it sounds like, I mean, I feel like in a way, you and I are similar in a way that we never really had a question of what we were going to do with our lives. Like, there was just, I mean, in some way, that's a wonderful thing that we never had. You know, there was never any doubt, but also it's just this unstoppable passion to just do that. So that's awesome. I'm always happy to hear that about people when they come on the show, because I feel that way.
Yes.
You were singing before you were talking, like that. That makes
cool,
sense.
and making noises. Yeah.
That makes sense knowing you. And then so when did you start singing professionally?
Well,
or whatever you consider professional, like, you know, had that moment like, oh, this is what I'm doing.
Oh, I just never didn't sing. I was always in chorus. I was always in show choir. I always did solo and ensemble. I did the musicals if I had a chance. The only time that I did not do that was when I got in trouble and my dad took show choir away as a punishment, if that means anything.
Oh, I mean, I know kids. I mean, I never was in show choir. I was in choir, and I played a lot of shows. But
that was heartbreaking.
No,
it was
those
awful.
show choir kids, that's life. You know what I mean?
Music was life, and it was however I could do it. I was in some a cappella groups, and then I ran an open mic in my young 20s, and then back in the day, my aunts in my family really wanted me to try out for American Idol, and it was when it first happened. I went down to Atlanta with my aunt for the first one, and was completely rejected. However, fell in love with Atlanta, Georgia. And then I went back to New York, and I made it through a couple steps and blah, blah, blah. Another lifetime, completely grateful that didn't happen. That wasn't my dream. It was just something really cool to be able to do in music, and a really great experience to look back on. But fast forwarding, I knew that music was amazing in Atlanta, and I gave all my stuff away. I gave it to my brother, my sister, had my dad throw some up in his gym, and I had clothes, I had a CD player, and I went down to Atlanta and figured it out and lived there for 4.5 years. And I got to do a little bit of writing in some really awesome studios and be around some famous people and learn a lot about being humble in the business. And
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's nuts. So you've been singing your whole life, and then you go to Atlanta, fall in love with Atlanta, just rid yourself of earthly possessions, go down there, figure it out for like 5 years, and then come back with all that experience. And then did you meet up with People Brothers Band at that point?
And then while I was there, I was also trying to go to school to produce music. I always promised my father that I would get a degree in something, because he's like, you can sing, that's all good, that's lovely, but you need to get an education and you need to make sure you're doing something. And so, of course, I went and started trying to go to school for producing music. And then unfortunate circumstances brought me back to the Midwest. And it was either go to Chicago or come to Madison. Madison is where I am now. And this was definitely the better option. I worked in a bar back home when I was just there for a brief period of time. And the owner of that bar is the owner of where I work now, where I met my brothers, where I met my husband, where everything kind of happens. So everything just kind of magically happened at an open mic meeting People Brothers.
Yeah, that sounds magical. I don't know, those things that are supposed to happen are like those synchronicities in life, however you want to explain it. When you feel them happening, I mean, if you go with it, it's generally just one thing after another, after another, after another. No matter what you think, it's like sometimes it's just you're inarguably on the right track sometimes.
Indeed, even if it's painful.
And then let's see, so People Brothers Band, and then since you joined the band, they've started putting on music festivals, right? So like that.
No, they were already a band before I was ever part of it, and they already. I know
they've been a band for a long time. I guess I just don't know.
The first People Fest I wasn't even at. I didn't join them until the second People Fest, to be honest. And that, not to be honest, just to say that they were already doing their thing and doing it really, really well before.
It is so cool. It is so cool how they do that. And then now, now having that land and being able to do somewhat of what we're used to, even if it's a drive-in version or a virtual version, they're very on top. They're really on top of their game. Or you all are on top of your game when it comes to that sort of thing. The Driftless, the Jam for Jam live stream, and that's super cool.
So fun. Yeah, the Tailgate concert series has been amazing. It is really great, even though people can't be really close to you. It's just, you still can feel all that energy in the air and the love of all the fans and music, and just being able to do it again has been incredible.
Yeah, and even like the creative and artistic way, like you set up little stages for each musician. I've seen, like, from musicians' point of view, probably more pictures from that point of view from my friends, like, and it's just very tastefully done. It was nice to see, a win during all of this in terms of like the venue and things like that.
Yeah, Tim, Cricket, Scotty, Kylie, they all put a lot of thought into that. And then there's a great team of people that are out at Driftless helping all of the time. We are so blessed to have people who help immensely. And I don't know, I have a great family. It's pretty exciting.
Oh, Tim said that you figured out the computer and a live stream, and he's proud of you.
Thank you. And John did not help me this time, Tim. He didn't help me. I did it all alone.
Yeah. It's a new world that we're living in now.
Yes.
And you can expect the unexpected. Truly, truly. So what sort of quarantine hacks? What have you been doing with yourself? Like what have you been using to pass the time in a way that's not caused you to go insane?
I actually thoroughly have enjoyed every bit of that quarantine. My husband and I had never got to spend that much time together in the almost 11 years we've been together. That was the most time we got to spend doing things. And last year was like one of the most, for me, I would say, like, this quarantine, this pandemic, like, this is almost like, this is 10 times easier than the things that I went through in my personal life last year. And so for me, I needed that time to, like, sit back and get my emotions and just kind of my head and my life and my spirit back together. So we spent time in the backyard and made it look amazing. And he knew how to build things, and he's really great at it. So we have a awesome patio and spent time dusting and cleaning and throwing things away, because Lord knows I don't throw things away. I love to keep everything from a wrapper. Well, we ate this while we were walking down the street. Just ridiculousness. So I went crazy kind of decluttering and things of that nature. So I loved everything this quarantine.
That's great. I've heard that from a lot of musicians, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know in detail how tough your year last year was, but I felt like everyone, in a way, it was pushed to a sort of limit in what we could do and what we could handle, and how much we give of ourselves in order to create this music scene.
Yeah.
And the break, for me and my wife, it was great. Like you said, just spending time together and just having a second to think. I've written a bunch of songs personally.
Yes, indeed.
So it's like, finding time to do that, between everything, it's just this in between time that's sort of getting to me. Like, I don't know what I'm doing necessarily with the rest of my summer, with the rest of the year.
Yeah.
How to navigate.
Yeah, how to navigate when you're not able to do what it is that you live to do is definitely a harsh thing.
Yeah, and just reinventing, like how you book shows and how you play shows and how you travel, and it's, you spend a decade learning how to do something, and then it changes in a matter of months, and you're just like, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing now.
And just keeps changing. I'm incredibly sad about all the lives that were lost during the pandemic and things of that nature. So I always want to make sure that people don't think that I think this is an easy time for the world, because I don't. I can feel the hurting coming from all around, and it's I don't know. We just have to find a new way of not normal, but of just being. And I think, if anything, just be grateful that we even have these days and this time to do this, to find something else to love and something else to create and something beautiful to put into the world.
Just, as you witnessed in Madison not long ago, and of course we witnessed here in Minneapolis, everything can change really fast. And you can, and it's very telling of just, what people do in a situation like that, really says a lot about their character, or at least where they are in their lives. It's like, what do you do when something terrible happens, and how do you react? It's like seeing a lot of that, and just, it's been a powerful year. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
it's been super powerful. I hear a lot of people say that the way that people react to this, and I guess how they initially react, I never want to look at that, because I think everybody is just as confused. And I think that we definitely cannot take people's confusion and hurt and just frustration for necessarily their character at all, but like, just everyone is in a really scared place, I think. I guess I don't want to think that everyone's character is coming out because of this. I think your character comes out when you're standing up for what you believe in and how you're actually acting, not necessarily, there's people who are like, well, this business owner is open during COVID, and how dare they put their employees at risk, and that just shows what kind of employer they are. And it's just like, perhaps this was their very last chance, and they wanted nothing more than to let their people stay home, but they needed to do this. And I don't know, I don't necessarily think anyone's true character is coming out. I think a lot of scared is coming out, and a lot of information is coming out.
And until you go in and ask every employer and every employee, I can't tell from outside the communication that happens within this business, how loyal these employees are to the business. You know what I mean? They, some people just are part of the team, and you make it work. And a lot of businesses have folded. A lot of, especially restaurants and music venues. Mm-hmm. And the less of that, the better. It's just finding a way to finding a balance in it all. I think is really You know, like you said, you can feel the imbalance kind of happening.
Sure, for sure. You could feel the shift in the everything, and just right now it just seems like we're kind of like in the calm before a storm, if you will, because right now there's so many issues on the table, but which is going to be the one that sets the world on fire again? And you know, what is really going to be happening right now, tomorrow, in the next hour, and things like that. And I think people keep thinking that, and it does make the frustration and the hurt and things of that nature come out even more. And I said it before, I said it at the beginning of it, every single moment and every day is a blessing, and we cannot foresee what's going to happen even later this evening. All we can do is be grateful for these moments, for this time, for what we can do now, and put as much good and love and awesome into the universe as we can muster in our souls. I promise, as much as you give out, you're going to get back tenfold. And that's literally what the world needs, more than anything, to heal from all of it.
I am into that. That I can do.
Good. I know you can. You've done a great job so far.
And it's, you know, it's fun, you know, and it's fun. It's important to analyze, but it is, you know, I mean, the answer is extremely simple in what you just said. I mean, nothing is complicated about that, but it's difficult.
Definitely.
You know.
Definitely. It's easier said than done, as the average goes.
But you know, when singing's your thing, as I know myself, it's a lot easier to make yourself feel better if you just start singing for no reason. I do that a lot.
I do. I sing to my dogs constantly. Like walk around the house and just make up songs to them.
I got songs about making tea. I got songs about all sorts of stuff, like just different part. I got songs about putting eggs on bagels. I got all sorts. You know, because I found myself in a wonderful position of being a house husband while my wife works full time. You know, so like I'm still working at home and doing my office work, but I'm doing, you know, the house duties, and like I'm just never one for gender roles. And for me, it's just a really nice time to be at home, spend with the cats, and then like being able to like cook dinner and like create these moments in our relationship. Like that's been really cool.
That's awesome.
So, you know, it's like everybody finds something, as long as you look for something good in a situation, you can find it. You know?
You surely can. Even if it's hard sometimes, you surely can.
Especially if it's hard. Like, you know, I feel like the little good things are easier to see. Like, you know, staying up all night every night for a week during the riots, you know, watching my neighborhood and keeping tabs on what the cops were doing and keeping tabs on what other people were doing and making sure our neighbors were okay and all of that. Like, it was a week, and it finally started to like kind of die down a little bit, and my wife and I ate ice cream for the first time in a week, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, this ice cream is so good.
I got you on that.
Used to eat this every day, and like not take it for, we do again, but we took it for granted, you know, that we just get to eat this every day. Things are calm. Like, you just eat ice cream, go to bed, you know. But
I can't even imagine how scary it was to be right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's scary, but empowering. It was beautiful. It was terrifying. It was a veil was lifted, you know, at least from, you know, like my safe psychedelic festival world bubble had been burst a bit. Like there's a real world and I'm a part of it, and you know, there's more to it. There's more, you know, it's not that I ever did anything I feel like that I did wrong. It's just there's more to do. Anyone can do better. So
yeah.
So, you know, it's just kind of just this like, don't get comfy, you know, there's no comfort in growth. So I want to grow more, you know.
Exactly. Well, I like it. I hope everybody's trying to grow more.
You know,
direction.
What do you think, John? You look like you got stuff to say.
I'm enjoying this conversation. That's all.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You know, it's good. It's such a positive beam of light, you know. It's nice. You know.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. You know, because I'm sure as the beam of light, you don't necessarily feel that way all the time, but on the outside. Most
of the time I do feel like very, very happy and positive, but I am full of empathy for the world. So yeah. I don't always feel like when my heart is hurting, I don't feel like I'm I'm a beacon of light. Well, when my heart is hurting, but I can understand that my heart needs to hurt like that so I can keep on beaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the balance. And I mean, you know, I feel like another realization, you know, a lot of the community is coming onto is that constant positivity can be toxic too.
For sure.
You know, like just everything. Sometimes things aren't okay. Sometimes things end and it's sad and it's terrible, and then you have to deal with it and it's traumatic and you move on. Like, but that's not okay. You know, and it's like, but that's
okay
just
to feel how you feel about it.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying, you know, but to be like everything's okay, like it doesn't have to be. Like it's a balance is needed. It's all right to not be okay.
Absolutely. You need to. I mean, People Brothers has a song about it now, but I would say that's not as much as I've always wanted to talk about love and positivity in our music. I always say and truth. I want to spread truth as well, because I had my fair share of harsh things happen in life, and so never have I ever thought that the world is just full of sunbeams and roses and everything is wonderful, because I'm well aware that there's a lot of harsh reality out there, and I just know that what I cannot do and what no one should do is focus on those and speak on those all the time, and worry about what you can't do about it, because there's something you can do, whatever your thing is, and that is what is important to focus on, and just be that and do that. Mine is music. It will always be music, putting happiness into people's hearts, and sometimes sadness. Sometimes people cry when they hear a song, and you need to cry. You need a good cry every now and then.
Yeah, those feelings needed to be felt. Like,
yes, they need to be felt, and I am so very, very, very grateful to be a vessel for that. And I always have been. I've always been very self-aware about that.
You can tell. I mean, you can tell watching you perform. I mean, it's very obvious that is, you know, what you are meant to do and what you love to do.
I do so love every bit of it.
You know, I don't think you could hide that.
I just gotta say real quickly, like, that was just chilling listening to hear you say all of that, Teresa, because it's like Joe says almost word for word what you were just saying all the time. I mean, like,
I do.
It was spooky.
It's just a, I don't know. I mean, it's like this weird urge to be in front of a lot of people and sing honest and be honest and vulnerable, and then make people cry and and cry, and then create these moments, you know, that
I was just gonna say that's where the tears come from, and letting those tears out once in a while is very therapeutic.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss that therapy for my own selfish reasons. Like, you know, those moments with the crowd where like they could feel like the emotion behind the song. It was, you know, and the bands played it in such a way that you know, they don't need the details. They get it, you know, like, and
Jesus.
I know. It exists, that palpable energy, you know. It's like,
I know.
Don't even have to explain it, because it's just tangible.
It is indeed, and everybody can feel that. I think that's why music is the universal language. That's entirely. You can just feel it.
Yeah, I would not make. It'd be really hard to explain myself if I couldn't write songs about it. Like,
I have to agree with that. It would be hard to get out emotions if I couldn't sing it out. If I couldn't felt it out and feel how I felt about it.
Yeah, because it's more than the words, you know. But, well, do you want to sing? Should we sing? Should I here? I'll tune real quick, and you can sing something that you want.
I said we were talking. We're gonna just sing a piece of a song, right? Or are you ready? Are you gearing up to do some?
You go first. I'm gonna tune and make sure I'm ready.
I didn't see my vocal cords either, so I hope you guys are. I have to stand up, folks.
Whatever you need to do.
I was taught while in show choir. Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Never found anyone to fulfill my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. That's all I think I got for you right now. You guys look like I'm
That's
sorry.
fantastic.
Oh, I
Need
love
to
that.
warm up.
Thank
What are you
you.
talking about?
Thank you.
I don't know if this is gonna be amazing, but here I go.
It will be amazing. It's coming out of you.
I just love I don't know, like no matter how much you've done, 1,000 shows in your life, like you still have this natural like humility that's very like I can connect with it. It's like I don't feel like you're not like, it's just what you do. Okay, what am I gonna do? I don't know. Just play the song. This is a really fast and fun ska version of this song is going to come out one of these days, but I like to play it slow when I'm by myself. And it's about whatever you want it to be about. But for me, it was about connecting the two great loves in my life, but also recognizing some unwanted patterns within myself and just talking about how that all works together. It's been a long time since we last spoke. I didn't start it out right. It took everything I had to clear the smoke. You see, I kept it bottled up tight and tightly fastened so as to maintain control. I didn't care for my body. I didn't care for my soul. All the things that I would say to you and let you know that I'm okay, more like you. Every day I found a place inside my soul where we can stay, and I just want you to know that you never went away. But if you come at me, I won't fight. Flight is my passion. My feet won't even touch the ground. Over time, I have tried to climb. Now I'm so high that I am never coming down. And sometimes I still stay up nights until the morning light has broken through. I look up at that brightest star. Swear I was looking right at you. Oh, the only thing I need, it's true, is not to hide behind the lies that trip me up every time. We have a home inside that's warm, we can stay, and I just want you to know that I never went away. There's a feeling I get every time I try something new. Oh, it's that same feeling I have every time that I'm with you. It's this feeling I am addicted to. Something kind, something right, something true. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Beautiful.
A rare occasion I get to do Smokin Joe on the Smokin Joe Show.
That's awesome.
It makes it more special, you know.
Usually I don't I don't play any instruments fluently, so a cappella is what you get if you don't have any of my brothers with me.
Well, that was great. I feel like you can do that. I feel like you practice that every day of your life.
No, I didn't. But you know what? That is definitely what I auditioned with. I auditioned for people, or auditioned, if you will. That's the first song I sang in front of the boys of the People Brothers band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Poignant. Well, sweet. I mean, unless you have anything else you'd like to say to our lovely Smokin Joe audience, I am about good for this week. This was awesome. I really appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate that you had me, and thank you, both of you, for everything that you do for music. I appreciate you.
Hey, what else are we gonna do? Just like playing music, I honestly don't know how to not promote it. Like I'm a born like super fan. So like if I like something, I'm gonna tell everyone about it. Like
I love every bit of that.
It turned me into a promoter in my life, but like early on it was just a fan.
Well, promoting is perfect.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
fanning is perfect too. They're the ones who will go around.
I'm always gushing at my friends like as if they were famous people. Like I mean they're famous to me, but like just like, oh my gosh.
Me too. I agree.
Famous in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's it depends on what perspective is.
They're all a little famous. They're all a little famous.
They're
famous to us.
Depends on what state you're in, which city.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time of year is it? But yeah, make sure to check out People Brothers Band. Make sure to check out everything that Driftless Music Gardens is doing, which is a lot of really cool stuff. And yeah, Galactic Get Down GGDV coming up in a couple weeks. We will be virtually yours. Check out. Now I have a bunch of work to do. I gotta go post this lineup and spread these pictures around everyone. So.
So what else do you want to talk about, Teresa? Because I'm not ready.
Oh yeah, it's like I forgot I gotta do stuff after this. All right. Well, thanks again, John. Of course, Vicarious Visions for setting up the show, running everything behind the scenes. I really, literally would not be doing this without him. No way, no how. So if you like this show, then you like what John does. I guarantee. Next week is Funkin' Spuds. That's right. They have an album coming out like right now, maybe tomorrow, but really soon. And we're gonna have, we're live streaming it Saturday. I bet I could get one now if I want. I'll do a preview and I'll let everyone know. I bet it's amazing. The songs I've heard are really good. So, yeah, there you go. See, we got the sneak preview and we're telling you it's great. So check out Funkin' Spuds on the show next week, playing, talking about the new album. And they will also be performing at GGDV. So lots of stuff coming up this month. Stay happy out there, everybody. We love you very, very much. I'll play us out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, I love you. You know, sometimes you got troubles, so many troubles, they're getting you down. But you don't have to worry about your troubles no more, 'cause well, I'll always be around, because I'm with you through thick and thin, whatever trouble you are in. I don't care whatever you do, just know that I love you. Oh, whoa. I